Okay, Taurus, here we go. We're going to pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle for Taurus for January 2024. Oopsies. We've got protection. This is the card is 24, and that's a 6. So maybe overcoming something difficult recently. And I'm really feeling a 4 of Swords energy here, like a healing energy. Let's see what else comes out. Let's go now with the Wisdom of the Oracle. See what we get for that. Oh, you got 2 cards that fell out. Oh gosh, you got way too. There's 4 cards that came out, so I'm gonna put those back. The top one is blessed. We'll see what else comes out. But that's way too many cards. Half the reading will be reading the definitions of those cards. Let's go with Taurus January 2024. There we go. Oh, community. Let's see. This card right here is an 8, and that is moving forward. So after overcoming some kind of challenge, the need to take action in some way. And when I was doing the pre-shuffle, I did definitely have a feeling of like a hesitancy around taking action. The word fear just came in. Let's see what else comes. So we're going to do the situation, what's crossing the situation, advice, and the outcome for career and finance. And then we'll do the same for relationships. So for Taurus for January 2024, what is the situation for career and finance? And you'll have to forgive me because I have been really battling being sick lately since the day before Christmas. I've been trying to get better and it's just not going away. So this is my happy place. So we'll see. Taurus, help me heal. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords as the situation. So having clarity around the situation, maybe speaking your truth around something, this hesitancy to take action. Maybe there is a pause with you. It's like you're wanting clarification before you take action in something. Let's see what else comes out. Oh, this is what's crossing the situation is the Knight of Swords. Again, this card of taking action. Speaking your truth. So there's something that's holding you back from speaking your truth in a situation. And it could be, there's a strong feeling here about your intuition. There's something like intuitively that you're feeling that you need to speak on in a group of people, but you're afraid to do it. And I do feel like there's a sense of like defending someone, maybe defending yourself or someone else. And then, but this card here is saying that you're protected. Like you don't need to worry about it because whatever you have to say, like there's not going to be this repercussion that you're kind of making up in your mind. Okay. What is the advice here? The 3 of Wands. So this card is all about kind of being on the precipice of something, waiting for your ships to come in. One more step before like clarity comes in. One more step before you move on to the next stage of something. And it is about financial stability. All right, let's see what the outcome is here. I think it's really interesting. These cards are very blue. And that is a power color for me. The outcome is the Six of Cups. So this is something that is, depending on what you believe in, this is something that is like a maturity thing for you. And, or it could be something that has to do with you clearing karma from a past life. And it definitely has to do with you leading with your heart in some way. So you're protected. Speak your truth with this group of people. That's when you're going to step onto the other side of this, like the next phase. I almost feel like a finish line kind of feeling. Okay, why is the King of Swords here? We're going to clarify. For Taurus, for January 2024, for career, why is the King of Swords here? The Five of Cups in reverse. So you're seeing clearly around a situation that in the past you may have had some kind of like regret or disappointment in. I like the Five of Cups in reverse here because it's like you previously you were not seeing clearly and now you're seeing clearly. It could be about how you view yourself in your career. What's coming through is like your perception of how other people view your abilities. That's what's coming through. So this Five of Cups is in reverse. The Five of Cups is all about, I don't know if I showed you the card. The Five of Cups is all about, and in the upright, about kind of dwelling on something that you've lost or some kind of disappointment, sorrow, and not paying attention to like the positive that you still have. But that's in reverse now. So it's kind of like you've stopped paying attention to that negative aspect of whatever that thing is. And I do feel very strongly that it has to do with the way that you believe other people perceive your abilities. Okay, why is this Knight of Swords here? The Queen of Swords. And this is a lot of swords, so this has a lot to do. And I don't know why, but I'm really getting a lot of Gemini energy here. So you might have Gemini in your chart. You might have, you might be dealing with a Gemini or someone who's exhibiting that kind of energy. So Geminis, when I think of Geminis, I think of like someone who's very like eccentric, incredibly intelligent, puts their stuff out there regardless of what the public thinks. They are risk takers to me. So maybe this is encouraging you to be more of a risk taker when it comes to speaking your truth. Because it's like until you speak up and say what you need to say, like the answer is not going to be revealed to you. Why is this Three of Wands here? Oh, you got the, yeah, there's a lot of swords here. So this three, you are really in your head having anxiety around the future, about the next step. But this advice here is telling you to go ahead, like what you have to say needs to be heard by whoever this group of people are. And I'm going to kind of like just concentrate on this card for a second, this community card, because I don't know who this group of people is. So there's definitely a very strong sense of protection around you. I'm not just getting that from this card. I'm getting that from this this hut, and it has the face of God there. And the bigger um, animal here is, and there's a reason why I said animal instead of giraffe. So there might be something around you kind of when you speak your truth, like not coming from a place of like being emotional. Like, don't let that part of you kind of lead your words. Like, having temperance is coming to mind. Like, tempering your, um, your, it could be anger, but tempering your emotions. So there is a definite sense of like the face of God protecting you in this situation. And there's something that you have to say that is affecting someone who's either younger than you or someone who is less knowledgeable than you. But it's like you have been really not, there's a lot of confusion. You don't know how, it's almost like you don't know how you're going to say what you have to say. But it's like if you open your mouth and you start talking, the words are going to come to you. And there's this unnecessary like worry around the situation. Okay, so why is the 6 of Cups here as the outcome? Ooh, 2 cards. The 3 of Wands. Again. So that tells me that you're going to elevate. You're going to come into a place where you are definitely kind of graduating into a more mature way of communicating. And then you've got the 7 of Pentacles, and then you've got the 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So for me, with the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, 7s are all about being prepared. So it's like choose your words wisely, but don't be defensive when you, it's almost like you need to take yourself out of the equation. Like you need to stop internalizing the situation, because whatever needs to be said is about the other person or the people that you're influencing and how it's going to help them in some way. So I want to get I'm going to clarify a little bit more. You have a lot of swords here. I'm going to, yeah. And there's a, yeah. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna clarify a little bit more. Can I get just a little bit more clarification here? One more. Oop, got 2 more. And what did I say? Gemini energy. This is like an important decision. This is like something that's going to make a difference in your path with your career or finance. That's Gemini energy right there, the Lovers. And then you have, and then Temperance came out. What the heck, dude? So this is about being patient, tempering your emotions, thinking logically, making a clear decision, and the world. Like I said, it's a graduation. This is something that maybe you've had trouble with in the past. Is communicating clearly. That's what just came to me. Communicating clearly your thoughts. But and the other thing I'm feeling right now is part of the hesitancy might be that you think, well, isn't this like obvious to everybody? Like people already know this. There's no need for me to say anything because people already know. But that's not the case. Like you need to speak up in this situation. I have no idea what this is about. I'm just reading what I'm seeing, but it's so important that you know that you're protected and that you don't have to be fearful about using your voice and speaking up. Okay, so let's get into the relationship part of the reading. Now, remember, relationships can be anything to do with like familial, can be coworkers, can be love relationships, can be parent-child relationships. So it depends on like what's at the forefront in your life right now, any concerns that you have, any situation that you're troubled in, getting advice and guidance there. So what's the situation when it comes to your relationships for Taurus for January 2024? Man, that Gemini energy is so heavy. It's so weird. I've never had that happen before. You got the King of Cups, and it's the feminine version in this deck of the King of Cups. So this card represents to me, like, obviously an emotional maturity. There is a feeling of you working on this for a long time. Like, you have really put in work when it comes to being more emotionally mature. And there may be some of you that have put in more work around protecting your heart. Like, I heard not giving it away so freely. Okay, what's crossing the situation? This is for Taurus, January 2024. We've got the World again. This is like literally crazy. You have, some of you, there's a very heavy sense that you have been working on yourself in some aspect. You've been healing from past situations. There, some of you, it could be a feeling of, there's a feeling of, I heard the words trauma bond. Someone that you were connected to that was really hard to let go of, because you both have been through a lot of the same experiences. But this is, the World is a graduation card. So this isn't like overnight stuff. This is something that you've put effort into and you've gradually been moving towards graduating from a cycle that you have repeated in the past. Okay, what is the advice here when it comes to relationships? Yeah, it's been a burden. It's saying, lay it down. And it's so hard when I do these readings, because it's like sometimes I don't know like what the listener believes in spiritually, right? So I'm just going to speak from my heart as to what I believe in. You have to lay this burden down at the foot of God, the universe, spirit, source. And you don't have to do anything. But what it's saying here is that if you can lay this down, you are supported and protected. It's not going to be at the forefront of your life any longer. There's relief here. What do you have to let go of? What do you have to hold on to move forward in this situation? What's the outcome here? Ooh, you got the Nine of Swords. So that tells me, like, no, even if you lay it down, it's still going to be on your mind, because you are in your energy right now. So energy changes, right? So in your energy right now, the way that you are, you are being right now, is going to, even if you lay it down, even if you graduate here, you're still going to allow it to weigh heavy on your mind, because you want to control things. You're still trying to control the situation, the outcome. So let's go ahead and clarify. Why is the King of Cups here for this situation? The Tower. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get one more. So there's a lot of emotional baggage with you and this person. There is a heavy emotional connection that you have to this person. And one of you is extremely passionate towards the other. There's a lot of like chemistry there, and it could be between both of you. But emotionally, the situation is like shaking the foundation. And the reason, and I'm kind of getting a feeling here, there's some of you that could be rebuilding with this person at some point down the road. But right now, it's like you have to let it go in order for God to do his work. Like you have to allow what's meant to be to happen. And I always tell people, you're not the other person's God. Like sometimes we get in the way of their blessing, we get in the way of their growth. So you have to kind of like step back, focus on yourself, and allow God, the universe, spirit to do whatever they're going to do with that person. And then if it's meant to be, you both will grow and then reunite. But this isn't the way it is presently. It's not healthy. Yeah, and there's some kind of like very with the tower, I'm getting more of like a shocking revelation type feeling emotionally. Yeah. And you guys, somebody here is not talking to the other person already. So some of you are not talking to this person. They're not talking to you. They cut you off. You cut them off, kind of thing. There might have been some kind of, yeah, there's a definite heartache here. Yeah, there's a lot of sorrow around this situation, like on one of your parts. Okay, let's see. Why is the world crossing the situation? It's like you're being beckoned to graduate. That's what I'm feeling from that world card. You have the star. This is Aquarius energy. It is about being hopeful. So I do feel like one of you is very much kind of praying that this is not the end. And one of you understands that this is a slow process. It's like whoever I'm connecting to right now is saying, I know that things are really messed up right now, but at some point down the road, we're going to heal this. Yeah, definitely going to heal this. Oof, this is hard. This is not a fun place to be, and it's not something fun that's like to go through. Why is the Ten of Wands here as advice? This is kind of heavy. The Three of Pentacles. This came out earlier too. What is this Three of Pentacles and Ten of Wands saying to me? Oh, I feel like there's a feeling of like being just like emotion, like self-love is what's coming from those two cards together. And almost like being proud of yourself. This is about you connecting with your higher self, connecting with your inner self, and nurturing yourself. And I know that there's a lot that is said around that, and it can be really frustrating at times. But it's not about like surface level, oh, like, you know, like self-care routine. That's not the vibe I'm getting. What I'm getting is connecting with yourself authentically and saying, what is it that I want to see for my future in this relationship? What boundaries do I need to set? What will I accept and what will I not? Because there's this energy with this Three of Pentacles around like acknowledging difficulty, acknowledging how heavy this situation has been for you, and really like kind of nurturing yourself, mothering yourself. Okay, so Nine of Swords as the outcome. Why is the Nine of Swords the outcome here? Ooh, 2 cards. You got the Page of Wands. This card is about passionate communication, or passionate communication around this anxiety. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So again, I feel like this is bringing us back to being cautious of speaking your mind when you're in a state of anxiety or worry. Speaking from that place, it's like you need to slow down and wait before you speak. Like, don't talk when you're kind of going round and round about something, because it's like you don't have a resolution yet. And so you're not speaking from a place of authority, is what I'm hearing. You're speaking from a place of confusion. And then all that does is create more confusion. So you need to back off from that and wait until, and I honestly, the thing is I'm feeling very strongly that this is not the time to say anything at all. This is the time to kind of work through your own ideas, your own thoughts, how you speak to yourself. And this could also be saying you need to concentrate on your work, kind of keep your mind off of the situation. And there, yeah, because this has a hold on you. This is a heavy, I heard, contract. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a postcard from Spirit and see what comes out. This is a short reading. I feel like I need to do a little bit more for you guys. Like compared to the other oh, you know what I'm going to do? Before I pull this card, I'm going to pull the Starseed Oracle. And I didn't read your definitions over here. So let's go into that really quick. I'm all over the place tonight. I'm telling you, I feel like crap. But I'm doing this reading anyway because I felt compelled to. So let's start with the protection message. Okay, so this is the Waning Crescent 1 protection. Your higher power, however you describe this, is like I said, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. And the saying that goes with this is, I am loved and protected. Okay, then we're going to go into the community card. Okay, so for community, the Oracle's message is, this card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our families and communities. In a community, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are a part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the group, your presence is needed. And I want to switch out your presence is needed for your voice is needed. Whatever it is that you feel compelled to say in this community is important. It matters. So let's go ahead and get the Starseed Oracle. I'll pull one card from this. And this is for Taurus for January 2024. Starseed Oracle. There you go. That's one. Put those bad boys over there. And then we've got, I remember. I'll let you, you might want to take a screenshot. I don't know if I can get this closer. Screenshot of this card and kind of meditate on it. These cards are so powerful emotionally and spiritually. It says, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And I'm going to read you the meaning behind this one. Okay, here we go. It says, there was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life, we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find, and that like touches on the world. You got the world twice. That's like incredible. In your career and in your relationships, you are graduating in some way. It says you may find yourself at a crossroads at a moment when you're being called to make a decision to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. Speaking up, that's what I was saying earlier. You may be facing a change of career and new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. That's that Nine of Swords energy right there. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry says, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Okay, so now we will do the postcards from Spirit. Let's see. Can we please have a postcards from Spirit to close the reading for Taurus for January 2024, please? One card to close the reading for Taurus for January 2024. That's your card right there. So let's see what we got here. It says, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle toward your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move, say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision again, and take that one step toward the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really Spirit, and all of us are moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action toward your dreams, even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda. It will all be orchestrated by Spirit and arrive in divine, appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so, so much. And on the back of the card, it says, you are magic. And then here, I'll show you the front again, and then that we can take a screenshot again if you need to. So you can go back and read that later. So this was a very sweet reading, but at the same time, there is definitely like a feeling of a struggle about controlling things in your life. And it's when you step into a place of like acceptance and letting things be what they are, allowing people to be who they are and let them go on their own journeys, is when you kind of come to the truth within yourself. So for Taurus, I hope that this has helped. I apologize for my voice. I yeah, I'm just trying to get better so I can get back on track and have a little bit more clarity myself. So bless you. I hope that this is a great start to your new year, and I hope that this has helped in some way. Many blessings.